Again, not don't know a ton about cars, but that come on.
Normally, you're used to first time watching of Andrew with Attack on Titan. I found out though he has not seen Cannonball Run, and Cannonball Run just celebrated its 40th anniversary last month. Now, for me, this is a classic, and I'm surprised, but not surprised, that Andrew has never seen this movie. This is Adam and Andrew with It Takes Two Takes. And before we get to start in this, and Andrew starts defending the fact he has not seen this movie, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Andrew, how do you
Right.
plead about this charge of never seeing this classic comedy?
Oh, guilty, but with a real good excuse. You're gonna love it.
Listen, it's on my as a huge Jackie Chan fan, it's on my Jackie Chan bucket list. I'm very much looking forward to Burt Reynolds taking him on. I'm curious to see how that goes.
Yeah, so the cast on this is amazing. And Jackie Chan, first American movie he was ever in, um, doesn't speak any English in this. He didn't start learning English until he started doing like the Rush Hour movies and stuff like that.
Is there gonna be
So
drunken boxing at him? Will he be fighting with a ladder? I mean, I need to know these things.
there will definitely be some fighting.
Oh, really?
It's
I just
Jackie
assumed it
Chan.
was like a little camp. Okay, I didn't know he was actually fighting in this movie.
No,
I'm just
no,
like,
he,
I'm like, oh, can't wait for the fight scenes and waiting for you to go. No, that didn't happen. No, that's
no. There,
interesting.
there is a Jackie Chan fight sequence. It's in the near the end of the movie, but there is a fight sequence.
Okay.
But no, this has got a lot of great stars. It's got Burt Reynolds, Dom DeLuise, Farrah Fawcett, Dean Martin, Davis Jr. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Terry Bradshaw's in this. It's got so many people in it, and even some that you may not, even if you don't know their names, like Jamie Farr. He was in the MASH TV show. Even if you don't, Roger Moore is in this, actually making fun of himself a lot in this movie.
But kindly resist the temptation and keep the media coverage to a minimum. Thank you.
So yeah, there's a lot of names in this, a lot of familiar faces. It's a great classic. It is a crime that you have not seen this. So,
Wait till you hear the list. There's so many more, but we'll begin with this one.
all right, well, let's just jump into it. I'm sure we'll have plenty of commentary as we're watching this movie. This was Cannonball Run, came out 1981, and yeah, let's just jump into it.
All right.
See, this is the movie that introduced me to the Lamborghini as a car.
Really? I don't even know
Yeah.
what movie that would be for me.
I mean, this is 1981. I was 5 years old. So, you know, I mean, truly, this would have been the movie that introduced the Lamborghini to me. Yep, there's Jackie Chan's name.
Oh, can't wait. Something tells me that's not real-time footage there. I don't think they're really running that at a single one-time speed.
Yeah, probably not. The flutter of the bushes was probably the giveaway on that one.
Little artistic choice. It's fine. It's fine. No judgment. Just I mean,
How
you've
often do you
got
see a spoiler on the front of a car?
yeah. What purpose does that serve? Someone's gonna tell me. I know.
I'm guessing, I'm not a car guy, I'm guessing it's to add more weight on the front of the car.
Brave of you to put yourself out there and make that guess.
It's just a guess. I'm sure, again, someone may correct me on that, but I'm guessing it's to put a little weight on the front end.
I was smart. I just went out there and said, not really sure what the purpose is. Will someone please help me? And then you put out there a theory, which is just never a good idea, especially with car people. What are you thinking?
Probably not, you know. I'm setting myself up for failure, and I'm okay with that. I fail a lot in life, so it's okay if I fail on this too.
Wait, the juxtaposition. Vehicles there.
He looks, he Dom DeLuise kind of looks like he's auditioning for yet another Mario brother. Not red, not green, but you know, yellow.
May have been a better movie had he been in the Mario Brothers movie. Although Bob Hoskins is great, don't get me wrong.
Wouldn't it be great if we could share the glory of doing the Cannonball with them? That would be a real team. You, me, the Hamptons, and him.
Oh, we've got comedic sound effects in this.
Oh yeah. Well, that didn't work out well.
A nice symmetrical change in body type, though.
See, bet you didn't know there was a superhero in this movie.
Wow. What are you thinking?
Right, it's 2 seats. Where's God gonna sit?
Oh, that's a hell of a shot. Nowadays, they would try to throw that into CGI or
Right.
some other attempt at a practical effect, whatever it would be. But that was straight, mostly single shot until it touched down.
Well, you got to be careful of the wires too, so you have to
Yeah,
land at just the
the
right spot.
wires made it all the more impressive. It didn't have that like convenient soundstage look.
Right. You have seen Smokey and the Bandit, right?
Nope.
Oh,
Why are you bringing
that's
this
another
up?
one
Why
then.
are we? Yeah, we got to pick our battles here.
Oh, here we go.
Is this canon?
That's what I said. Roger Moore has fun with himself in this movie.
Look at Jackie.
So young. Even going by the name Jackie Chan.
Mm-hmm. All right then. Where is this going? What is going on? I mean, this guy can't finish it. Oh my God. So the dark horse of the Cannonball run. Oh, that's Terry Bradshaw.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, he's got a stutter.
Yep.
This is a terrific turnout for the meeting.
Titty turnout.
What?
Suppose you
It's a nice Nikon she's got there.
came here to hear me speak.
Yeah.
No, not really. I'm into trees.
Trees.
Friends of nature love trees, so I come to the meetings.
It's very interesting.
I love anybody who loves trees.
Well, they happen to be a great passion of mine.
You know what
I mean, that's what is he? What?
know that you can lie under them on moonlit
He's looking so hard, but like she's wearing a sweater over her. Like, wait, like where? There's not even an angle to work with. Like, what are you doing?
He's being a creep a little bit. In
Yeah,
today's society, that'd be creeping a little bit.
I get that. Just saying it's inefficient, creepy. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you're the
I can't decide if it was a sense of urgency to ask about the hookers, or he just happened to run through there and then was like, I might as well ask about the hookers while I'm here.
We feel terrible about it. And if they can't take a joke,
Don't bother about the bill. Just give him a couple of enemas and call me in the morning. I sure as H would like to get my hands on those Hell's Angels who are driving that truck. But you know,
I think he says, I was sure as H, but that he can say Hell's Angels.
I lose my temper.
Right.
Let's talk to Gabe.
he's my shrink. He was committed yesterday.
What?
He was smoking bananas. He gets very upset when he talks to him. I don't want fruit in my drink. Congratulations.
It's the appropriate response when you don't want fruit in your drink. You just toss it over
Right.
the.
Railing.
Maybe one of those beauties could be our patient.
Both of them.
Woof.
I can be very patient with those patients. They're very likable. Very likable. Tell you what, listen to
That's-
over there and talk to them.
Ugh. By the way, I like that guy wouldn't take the fruit off his head. Like, how's it going to draw attention at that point? You have fruit on your head.
Frenzy, my executive assistant. Hi.
Farrah Fawcett seems cold.
No wonder she was wearing that sweater over her shoulders before.
You know what I like best about trees?
No.
That you can lie under them at night.
I love the fact every time she starts talking about trees, there's this little background music that starts up.
Look at the chicks. Look at the chicks. If we were Methodists, oh, what a shot we could have at getting laid right here. I want to.
Clearly didn't get the rights to the actual James Bond theme song.
Right. But got something that sounded close enough that it works.
Yeah, like usually it's almost blatantly off, and they're just missing a few notes here. It's like the Vanilla Ice
Right.
strategy of under pressure. Close enough that I feel like nowadays someone would find a way they could, sue for that. I mean, that's how I would change my tires, but I can't change the tire and hold the van up at the same time. It's just
Oh,
impossible.
of course. Right. And you have to think about, like, in 1981, there was no Google Maps. You just had to know where you're going.
Sure. But it also sounds like it's not their first time for many of them
Right.
on this run. Did they clock out?
Nope.
Okay.
Father, that's a no-no, haven't you heard? They haven't allowed that for nearly 2,000 years.
I'm a liberal wing way out in the other part of the church, you know. It's not
Keep flying, Father.
Ex-time Methodist. I said Methodist. All right, Bellarmine.
Yeah, because they really need to be behind the wheel.
Oh my. Before I open this, don't get your hopes up too high. I was pressed for time. No problem. I'm honored, sir. I'm Dr. Nicholas Van Helsing, professor of proctology and other related tendencies.
You got your equipment with you?
I never go anywhere without it. However, in my particular line of work, I seldom need more than this. Or this.
Never tell me where you're going. I don't want to know where you got it.
Okay. I was just surprised that all the animals there were. I don't want to know where you got him. Maybe I could be the patient.
That's a good idea. Everybody believe you were sick. Wouldn't you believe he's sick?
Want me to examine you? My God, the perfect specimen. And JJ, you want me to start the examination right away? I'm gonna like this job.
Jesus.
No, thank you. Not right now.
There are so many things wrong with this movie. It's great.
See your driver's license, please.
I was gonna say the zipper was down before. Is some continuity error, or was that
Yeah,
intentional?
there's some bad editing.
What the hell? I can't penalize nice girls like you for a little indiscretion. Off the whole road.
What the hell? I can't penalize this film for a little indiscretion. Continuity error forgiven. Came full circle in the end anyway, and that's what counts. I like that he didn't even notice that.
Right.
Madam, I'm no madam. I'm a decent, respectable woman. I don't even own a house. I live in an apartment. Now get off my case. I'm late for my plane.
What a rebuttal.
Right.
Drifted and playing around.
He's on his third girl so far.
Please. We didn't want you leaving.
Looks like she survived the procedure.
Procedure. If you just laid a finger on me.
No, I give her a little
Jesus Christ.
with this.
I want to thank you for stopping, son, because we always stop the ambulance, so we can bless who's ever. Oh, I gotta bless her. I'm sorry, Father. She's a Zen Buddhist. You're not a Zen Buddhist, so you can't. Oh, we specialize in blessing Zen Buddhists. Yeah.
Second thought, Father, you wanna bless him? We need all the help we can get. Just give him a little shot.
How about some champagne, Donnie?
We on number 4.
Yep.
Me with a good-looking sea-covered son, back that thing down. You got smokies all over my back door.
On 1,000 miles on one wheel. We're trying to win a race, not set a record.
Wow.
You take your law and order in this town seriously?
Are you kidding?
Excuse me for asking. There's gonna be a red Ferrari flying through here in a few seconds, and the 2 men driving are responsible for the victim lying back here in this ambulance.
Victim?
A flasher victim. I think they're armed.
Yeah, I hope so. Give me an excuse. You, Shorty. Where'd you get all that jewelry? Why do you call me Shorty? Because you're small. Small. S-M-O.
SM Hall.
JJ, this is not a 9-to-5 job. I wish you were here. Hi.
Hello.
We still don't know who him is, right?
You look tired.
He's talking about the Captain Chaos when he puts on the mask and the cape.
I was supposed to know that all this time.
Well, they showed him once.
Well, yeah, I saw
Already.
Captain Chaos, but I didn't know that him, that was Captain Chaos.
Yes, that's him.
Who can blame anybody for kidnapping you?
Okay.
Get these traitors out of here, will you? Think you're so big. Hey,
I want that guy to fight Jackie Chan.
over and push this thing.
Why can we have that?
Put it neutral. Who did that? Make it stop!
How was that neutral? What? Again, don't know a ton about cars, but that, come on.
And 2 minutes. No, how much?
$6.75.
Here, my desert blossom. Give the change. Get a physical. I shall return my little thing.
They should get a physical.
He did say that.
I mean, okay.
I don't know.
She looked healthy to me.
I mean, nowadays people are like, yeah, go get a COVID test, whatever. Like it's,
Running around. I'll take care of this
Well, hello, hot pants. I don't suppose you have a driver's license tucked
down in there somewhere, do you?
Yes, officer.
That was the actress who plays Miss Tessmacher in the Christopher Reeve Superman movies.
Ah.
That's who that cop was.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where he's picking up all these women at.
It's best not to even question that. I mean,
Right.
the women just show up. Apparently, Jack. This has been how it's crazy, by the way. Apparently, Jackie Chan is Japanese, and they say sayonara, which is also Japanese, but Jackie Chan's from Hong Kong. There's a lot of things you cannot question in this movie. I've
Right.
learned quickly.
And we'll check in with the Japanese racers.
I love that every time they show up, they play like the stereotypical like Oriental theme. I'm like, oh, really?
Right.
Those guys scare me.
You just stay close to Maul. There won't be any trouble.
Is she new? I don't even know
Yep,
what count we're
she's
at
new.
this point. We've got to
Yeah,
at
I've
least be
lost
at
count
6.
too. I'm thinking more like 7.
Yeah, at least 6. That's what I'm saying. There he is.
Yep.
Well, shall we join the fracas?
Okay, all right.
Step back, will ya? I must warn you. I'm Roger Moore. Roger Moore.
The original Nacho Libre. Jackie Chan. Where's Jackie Chan?
Is that good to drink?
Where's he been? Thank God he's back. This is Nicholas Van Helsing is the MVP of this movie. Yes. Give it to me. Yes. Get it. Oh, look at him. Oh, in his prime, just physical specimen. Dummy. Don't call him a dummy. Look at this. This man is a blessing. That's right.
They gotta
Also-
add the little comedy bit at the end.
Yeah.
You know, his pants
Also
split.
an underrated comedic physical actor.
Still got another girl.
By the way, I'm not saying they should ever remake or reboot or anything, but if they ever did, Daniel Craig would have to play the Roger Moore character because he could nail it.
Just claiming he's Daniel Craig.
Yeah, exactly. And it would work perfectly.
JJ, I saved that woman's dog. Victor, we could have won that race. You understand what I'm telling you? We could have won it. You understand that?
He smacked him for less. How's that not happened yet?
That's right, Victor.
No more! You see what I'm telling you? No more! No more, Captain Chaos! No more! No, anything of that! I've always wanted to be Captain USA! It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
Couldn't say Captain America,
Right.
so Captain USA. Now you gotta keep going through the credits, just so you know.
Really?
Yeah.
In 1981, we had a mid or post-credit scene?
Not exactly.
Oh.
You'll see.
Bloopers?
Yep.
Ah.
Because if I had enough time, I would take those rosary bleeds and stuff up your nose. These bleeds? Those bleeds here. I'd take these bleeds here. I always wanted to be Captain America! It's a living.
So you've now seen Cannonball Run.
I've now seen
What did you
Cannonball
think?
Run. Look, I think like any really like any great comedies, like and actually I can appreciate from that era, especially like the 70s and 80s, where it's like this movie does exactly what I would have expected, which was we're not here to give you a bunch of exposition, explain anything. We're just going to throw you in it and you figure it out. And the humor, partially as you get work your way through it, you kind of figure out what brand of humor it is, and that gives it repeat value. That's what this was. It worked very well in that regard. So I enjoyed it. I felt as though everyone in the cast and the bloopers certainly helped as a supplement with this, but even in the film itself, it just seemed like everyone was having a really good time with it, and that's what you want out of a good comedy. So I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Some of the jokes obviously are not meant for today, and you have to keep in mind it's 1981 when this was made.
You're gonna get that with anything in early 1980s or prior or whatever in that era, right? But I think to your point, I don't know. It reminds me a little bit of like the first thing I think of immediately is like National Lampoon. It just felt like one of those things of like people sat in a room, they wrote a bunch of jokes, they got the cast out there who all were getting along, they had at least they had good chemistry with one another, and this is what you got out of it. And it just so happened that I don't know, maybe lightning struck in the sense that they got a lot of good takes and everyone's just having a good time. That's the vibe I got out of this. And the a lot of the best comedies from that time frame, I feel as though came from that. When you look at like Blues Brothers, again, National Lampoon, you look at something like Slapshot or those sorts of movies where it just kind of works in that regard, and you get a lot of very well-known actors in it. Yeah, it's great. It's I don't know.
Well, they
I
played
can't
into
explain why I haven't seen it up to this point, but
they played into a lot of the actors themselves as well, right? Like,
right.
Burt Reynolds saying, making the comment about a black Trans Am. He's like, nope, that's been done. And then there's a guy at the end of the movie wearing a bandit jacket. So he played into that a little bit. Obviously, Roger Moore just lampooning himself and his James Bond character the entire movie, right?
That was fantastic. That was fantastic, and I cannot say enough. And this is the probably the last time I'll mention it, but Nicholas Van Helsing was still to me the MVP. I wish he would have shown up a bit more towards the end. It would be my only nitpick, because it was so great. Like, and I know I've seen him in other things. The actor, I couldn't tell you what his name is. I couldn't tell you what I've seen him in, but I know I've seen him. But just the way that they shot him, the way that they caught the right moments with his dialogue and his facial expressions. I don't know. That's my brand of humor.
And the organ music that always came
Oh,
on whenever
yeah.
he showed up.
Everyone had their theme song, but his worked very well for sure.
And the things that stick out for me that I've seen him in are older movies with James Gardner, Support Your Local Sheriff and Support Your Local Gunfighter.
Yeah, westerns and stuff. That's where I'm feeling. Yeah, that's where I feel like
Yeah.
I've seen him.
Then I go on to become one of the most beloved characters in Western folklore.
Those are the two. He was in both of them with James Gardner. So that's what I most remember him for beyond this. But yeah, it was just Jackie Chan, of course. You got yourself a little bit of action at the end.
Got a little
Jackie
bit.
Chan fighting. Yeah.
I felt as though I appreciated the fact that for it's his first American film, they kind of I expected it to be a little bit more reserved. Granted, compared to his actual, martial arts films that you would have seen, it was somewhat, I don't know, safe, right? But even for that time frame, I can't complain because they gave him more screen time than I expected. I really didn't expect anything. And the director of Cannonball Run clearly knew a little bit of his work, because I feel as though he gave him just a little bit of breathing room to just, I don't know, capture some moves, some stunts. I
wouldn't be surprised if that end fight scene was probably choreographed by him. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
If not him, yeah. I don't know that he was at a point in his career yet where he had his like whole crew of stuntmen. You know, he was still pretty fresh. But yeah, exactly. I would agree with you on that one. And
they had Peter Fonda show up as a biker, which, you know, obviously playing into the whole Easy Rider movie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was great. You know, there were so many just fun little side characters you had, like the Terry Bradshaw and the guy who was stuttering.
That's perfect.
They were funny. You know, there was just so many other just fun characters they just kind of threw in. The motorcycle that never seemed to come off its back wheel. It was great. You know, Dean Martin, who was always known as the ladies' man because of his crooner voice and singing.
The moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. That's amore.
And stuff like that. All his older movies where he always got the girl and everything. And so they made him a priest in this where he would never get the girl.
He and Sammy Davis Jr. Together. That's perfect.
I'm glad you finally got to see it. Would this be something you would recommend to your wife or any of your friends to check out?
I think so. Yeah, I'd recommend it. If nothing else, I'll be able to hold a conversation with people that have been around to watch this movie for finally. But yeah, no, I definitely would. I'd recommend it to people that I feel like I know their sensibilities with humor and things like that.
So apparently now we need to rectify the fact that you have not seen Smokey and the Bandit.
We're gonna leave it at that, because yes, I've not seen Smokey and the Bandit, and I don't want to go down the path of what else I haven't seen, but that is definitely one that I have not seen, and I know I probably should have.
But I'm glad you finally got to see this movie. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. What are your thoughts? Do you have any favorite parts of this movie we didn't talk about? Favorite moments, little movie trivia you want to point out? And join us next time for Adam and Andrew with It Takes Two Takes. Hey, thanks for joining us for this first time watching Cannonball Run with Andrew. He's never seen it before. You can chastise him in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and check out our other videos just to the left. And thank you again for watching our channel. Till next time.